What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the live stream. I think the last stream, like, I had technical difficulties on my computer, so sorry for that. But yeah, as I was saying, we are gonna do an NFL mock draft. It's an NFL video, so yeah, so we're gonna do an NFL mock draft. The draft is coming up. It's this Thursday, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. And in this draft, I'm just gonna be doing the top 10 picks because all 32. I don't think I could do that in one video. So yeah, I'm just gonna be doing the top 10 picks. And yeah, there's obviously some really good prospects in this draft. So it's gonna be interesting to see who I think they should go to. And yeah, there's obviously a lot of attacking, like, heavy. It's a really offensive draft this season in the first round at least. So yeah, it's always cool to see that happen. There's a really good QB class. There's four QBs who I think will go in the top 10. So you'll see that on my mock draft. Maybe five I think I put. So you'll see that on my mock draft. And yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, so let's get into it. I'm gonna share my screen, and then you'll see the draft website I'm using. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, it's the PFN Pro Football Network draft simulator. So the first pick goes to the Jaguars, and I think this pick is clear. I think Trevor Lawrence. I think he's the best QB in the draft. I think he's the best. I think he's the best player in the draft. Like you saw in college, he won national championships as a freshman. So we know coming into the NFL, I think he can be the leader of this franchise. The Jaguars, obviously, they didn't have a great season last season. They obviously got the number one pick. So I think he can lead this franchise to where they can. I think he can lead them a far away. And obviously, they had a pretty good offseason. They got some key players. So yeah, Trevor Lawrence first overall. So yeah, there's no doubt. I think the draft. I think it really starts at 3 for me. I think Zach Wilson will go to the Jets. So the first two picks I think are locked in. Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson. The Jets, they really need a quarterback as well. So yeah, I wouldn't say Zach Wilson is probably like the best top, like, as you can see, Penei Sewell and Kyle Pitts. I think these two are some of the best players in the draft as well. So yeah, Zach Wilson, just the Jets just need him. So I think they're gonna have to go for him. Zach Wilson. Yeah, and he's a great quarterback. I didn't really watch much of him at BYU. Obviously it's not a big school, so I don't really know much about him, but just hearing about him a lot and all that, and I've seen other people's mock drafts as well. So I think he suits them. And yeah, so Veer says, who do you think the 49ers will get? Oh yeah, so I'm on the 49ers right now actually. So this is a very controversial one. Like I can't wait to see who they get on Thursday, because I think they're deciding between potentially Mac Jones, who I think is a decent quarterback, and Justin Fields, who I think they should pick. I think they should go for Justin Fields. He's right here. But yeah, there people are saying they should take Trey Lance or Mac Jones, but I don't think so. I think Justin Fields is special. I think he's different from Mac Jones. Mac Jones, I'd say he's okay. I don't. In my personal preference would be Fields because he's more versatile. He suits today's game better. Like he can pass the ball in the pocket. He can throw on the run, and he can escape the pocket and rush for like 10 yards or more. We saw that in college, so he's a very good player in terms of that. And with Mac Jones, he's more the typical, like, old day quarterback, like a Tom Brady you could compare to, or like I think they compared him to Aaron Rodgers. I'm not sure, but he's like that type of quarterback. Like back then, I don't think he'd suit today. So if I was the 49ers, I would go for Justin Fields. And Kyle Shanahan, the coach of the 49ers, obviously has a really good relationship with Justin Fields. So I think it would only make sense for that to happen. Yeah, I think, yeah. And then at 4 we have the Atlanta Falcons. Now, here I don't think they should go for a quarterback. They have Matt Ryan, yeah, but he's obviously declined since what, 2017, 16, 17 season when he won the MVP. Ever since then, he just hasn't been the same. But I still think for this season they should stick with him, just because you can't pass up on Kyle Pitts, in my opinion. These three teams, they need a quarterback. Obviously the 49ers, they have George Kittle, one of probably top 2 tight ends in the league after Kelsey. He can block and all that. He can catch the ball. But yeah, I don't think it would make sense for the 49ers to draft another tight end, obviously. The first two obviously need a QB, as we know. And then so I just don't I just don't think you can pass up on Kyle Pitts here. He's, in my opinion, one of like maybe second best player in the draft after Trevor Lawrence. Like what he can do, he can play as a tight end. He can. I think people are calling him a generational talent. Like you barely see this with tight ends. Like the last time, I don't know. Like the last time we had one like this, but I know we did have one. But Kyle Pitts, he can block. He can line up on the outside as a wide receiver. He can line up as a in the inside in the slot. He can do anything on the offense in terms of receiving. So I think he could be one of the best tight ends to play the game. So I think you have to go with Kyle Pitts. I know they have Hayden Hurst. I know they have Hayden Hurst, who's a pretty good tight end. I like him. He obviously used to play for the Ravens, but I still think I think you have to get Pitts here. Does Fields play like Lamar Jackson? I'd say like maybe like going when Lamar Jackson was a rookie. I'd say Justin Fields. Justin Fields is probably better in college. I think he did better with Ohio State. Like he can pass the ball better. I think, and he can. I think Lamar Jackson's just more explosive when it comes to running the ball. But yeah, Justin Fields is more. He can throw better. I'd say, yeah. And he can throw on the run probably better as well. And then 5 we have the Bengals. Now the Bengals, I think they need help with Joe Burrow. Like I know they have a decent offensive line already, but Penei Sewell, I think he's up there with Kyle Pitts and Trevor Lawrence. Probably he's definitely the best offensive tackle in the draft. I don't think you can pass up on him here as well. And it just adds more protection for Joe Burrow. You know, he got injured last year, so this provides more insurance for them. So I'd definitely go for Penei Sewell here. And yeah, he's a very good tackle. And I like him a lot. So yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with him, and I think he'll be a future NFL star. So yeah, and then we have the Dolphins at number 6. Yeah, they traded up, I think. So okay, so I think they should go for Ja'Marr Chase. They need that wide receiver help. If Kyle Pitts can fall to them in the draft, I think they should go for Kyle Pitts because you can't. I think they could use a tight end. I know they have Mike Gesicki, but I don't think they should pass up on him. But yeah, so since in my mock draft, Ja'Marr Chase falls down to them, so I'd go with him. I think he's the best wide receiver in the draft. You know, yeah, I think he's the best wide receiver in the draft. Okay, and then next we have the Detroit Lions. That's tough. You know, I think they're gonna take a receiver as well. I think they're gonna take. I know we have Jalen Waddle here, Devontae Smith. I think I'd actually take Devontae Smith. I think Devontae Smith is better. You know, obviously I think he won the Heisman Trophy this year. Yeah, he won the Heisman Trophy. I think he's like just because of the people. A lot of people criticize him just because of his height and stuff. But I still think he can become a future NFL star. I know he said he's been getting criticism all his life just because of his height. But I think he'll be a future NFL star. And yeah, I think the Lions should get him, especially after losing Golladay and Marvin Jones, who Marvin Jones went to the Jaguars. So I think you have to go for a wide receiver here, whether it's Ja'Marr Chase or even Jalen Waddle, I like him as well. So yeah, you have to go someone there. Next we have the Panthers. Yeah, I think I think they need a QB as well, and I would go for Trey Lance. Trey Lance, he's like this modern day type of quarterback as well. He's a really good arm. I've seen at his pro day. I was watching his highlights. And he's a really good arm. He can throw the ball deep. He made some really good throws at his pro day. So yeah, and then I watched some of his highlights as well. He can run. He can get out of the pocket and escape and get a first down or something like that, just like Justin Fields. But I think when it comes to passing, he can throw on the run off his back foot, off balance, all that. So I think Trey Lance, I think he's pretty underrated. And I think the Panthers, they could use him. They obviously got Sam Darnold, but I don't know if I would trust Sam Darnold. But I don't like, in my opinion, I don't think the Panthers would really draft a QB because they just got Sam Darnold in. So I don't know if it would make sense for them to do that, but. Yeah, I just don't trust Sam Darnold, even though he's a 3rd overall pick in the draft. Yeah, and then we have the Denver Broncos, who I think they need a QB. You know, you have Drew Lock, but he's injury prone. I don't think they can trust him. And going forward, I don't think he's the next Peyton Manning or whatever you want to say. Um, but yeah, I think you have to go with Mac Jones. Mac Jones, you know, as you can tell, probably I don't really rate him as much as I do the other four quarterbacks. But Mac Jones, I just have a feeling he'll struggle adapting to the NFL, just because in today's game QBs have changed so much. Like maybe like 15 years ago he could have adapted better, but now that the game has changed, I think I just don't think this is the type of style quarterback for teams going forward. And yeah, I don't trust that. But I still think he's a great player. He's special. And let's see what they if they draft him or whoever drafts him. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do for one of these teams. And yeah, I think he'll go top 10. Even the 49ers said they might draft him. So yeah, he might even go top 3. And last but not least, so since we're only doing 10 picks, Cowboys will be our last. So I think they need a cornerback. And I would go for Patrick Surtain. This guy, I think he's the best corner in the draft. And they definitely could use some help there. I think that's their most needed position. So I definitely go for Patrick Surtain. So yeah, this is my top 10. I'll just go over it again. We have Trevor Lawrence, who I think is the clear number 1 overall pick. I think everyone could agree. Zach Wilson. People are saying maybe get Fields or Lance at second, but I think Wilson. I think you have to get him. And then we have Justin Fields at 3. This is the controversial one. A lot of people are saying Mac Jones, Trey Lance or Justin Fields. I'm saying Justin Fields. I think he's special, and I think he'll have a really good career. And then we have Kyle Pitts, the dynamic tight end, explosive tight end. He can block. He can do anything. So yeah. Then we have Penei Sewell, who's the best tackle in the draft. Jamar Chase, best wide receiver. Devontae Smith, Heisman winner. I think he'll have a good career. I think he's underrated. Trey Lance. I think he's special. I think I'm really looking forward to see what he's doing. He's one of my probably favorite players of this class. So yeah, I want to see what he does. And then we have Mac Jones and Patrick Surtain. So yeah, that's the top 10. Let me unshare real quick. So yeah, comments here. Who will the Saints get? I don't know. I don't think they have a first round pick this season. So yeah, that's unfortunate. What number pick do the Ravens have? So the Ravens, they have the 27th pick this season, and they have the 31st because they just traded Orlando Brown to the Kansas City Chiefs for a first. They traded Orlando Brown and a second round pick to the Chiefs for future picks. I think a 4th round pick or something, and 3rd round pick, something like that, and then the 31st pick of the first round. So they have 2 picks in the first round. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that. I don't know if they'll trade up or trade down to get more picks, because Eric DeCosta really likes his picks. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. NFL video. I'm going to be doing more NFL. I'll probably do an NFL draft reaction to who got drafted and stuff. So if you enjoyed that, make sure to let me know. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like the video. And I'll probably be doing more of these in the near future. So yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video today or tomorrow, Monday or Tuesday. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.